The book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Awashai hate. Yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. I'm going to stop right there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. Shalom to the 144,000. So this lesson is going to be in regards to Esau, man, because all the qualities that I just read off to you, Esau, the so-called white man, he portrays these. Everything the Lord just listed that he hates, Esau, Edom, portrays these qualities, man. All right? And one of the ones that I want to harp on is the fact that he likes to sow discord amongst brethren. And the main way he does that is by trying to turn the Israelites against each other. All right? He likes to sow division and discord amongst our nation. All right? You got to look at slavery. They had what they call the Willie Lynch letters, where they pitted the dark-skinned slaves against the lighter-skinned slaves. They would set the light-skinned slaves, in the house with the master to provoke the darker slaves, to jealousy and whatnot. They knew what they were doing. They actually had these written down in books, man. The Willie Lynch letters. So this damn devil, that's exactly what he is. He likes to sow discord amongst you Israelites, man. Especially amongst the northern and southern kingdom. He's doing that now, and I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to show you a clip that I came across today, and it's very, very interesting, man, to say the least. They're trying to sow discord amongst the so-called Negroes and the Latinos, man. Let's play the clip. All right, here's a video from Redacted with Clayton Morris. All right, check this out. The title says, "This is where war in America will start, right here." Check this out.
Well, a war is coming to the United States in months, not years.
Let me make sure you can hear me, because sometimes this microphone be messing up. So let me do some adjustments to make sure that the audio is recorded so you can hear this. Okay, so yeah, we're good. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
Well, a war is coming to the United States in months, not years. Former 24-year veteran of the Customs and Border Protection, J.J. Carroll, just uncovered the truth of what's happening with Biden's border invasion, and the war will start in black communities. That's where it's going to start first. Listen to JJ in Chicago talking with black citizens who are being crushed right now under the weight of illegal immigrants in their communities. Watch.
This is America.
This is America.
There's a problem.
And the people have a problem with Trump. What are you crazy?
Biden did this. This is not Trump.
Exactly. The Democrat Party in this city hates poor black people. And I'm talking about all of the Democrat Party, the Black Caucus and everybody else. This is a fact. They have starved the people.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because I've been in politics for the last 25 years. Ran for city council twice. They have no intentions for American citizens, especially black America. Poor black people in this city are obsolete.
And JJ joins me now, fresh off of his trip. JJ, great to see you again. Now,
I want to stop and make a point really quick. Now, you can already see what they're doing. They're trying to pit the immigrants, all right, the so-called Latinos, which is the northern kingdom, part of the northern kingdom of Israel, or Yasharallah, all right, because the nation of Israel consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, all right, and the Israelite foreigners that are mixed in amongst the nations. But here in America, that's what you usually see. You see, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And then you have these devils that are passing these laws to try to provoke jealousy between the nations, man. Not the nations, between the tribes. Well, each tribe is a nation in and of itself, but you know what I'm saying. They're trying to provoke jealousy and start a civil war, a race war between the northern and southern kingdom, so he can skate off into sunset Esau, nah, man, we got our eye on you goddamn devils, man, because we know how you operate. And the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai hates you. Here it is, the Lord is the Lord is bringing the northern and southern kingdom together through this truth. All right? He's reestablishing the tabernacle of David, man. And that consists of all the tribes. And here it is, Esau's trying to destroy it, man. It's not going to work, man. It's going to work on the 2/3 that are outside of this truth. They're going to be divided, man. They're going to be going to war with each other and shit. They're going to be killing each other. But, hey, that's all good because they're the 2/3 whom the Lord has rejected. The Lord is bringing together the northern and southern kingdom in the elect. Okay? Let's play a little bit more of this and we'll get some precepts.
Confronted some of the most unbelievable circumstances as it relates to the southern border in the United States, some of the most dangerous circumstances that you faced with arrests. How does Chicago, far away from the southern border, how does Chicago stack up with what you're used to at the southern border?
Chicago's a war zone, and it is a forgotten, Trump called it the forgotten America, forgotten Americans. So the reason why I went to Chicago is I believe it's the ground zero of the invasion. This is the manifestation of treason. It's going to work from the coastlines in through the inner cities of major metropolitan areas. That gentleman that you showed, Mark Clayton, is an activist. Mark Carter, is an activist in Chicago. He took me down to the south side. I had to be escorted down there because of the gang violence and all the issues. But their local government has poured over $3 billion into their community for illegal aliens, not their community, but for illegal aliens. And they are being systematically pushed out of their communities like Inglewood. It is something I have never witnessed before. I feel like I'm traveled, I'm smart, I've been places. I'm telling you, when you go down to the south side, it is desolate, it is desperate, hopeless, violent. I would say 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 houses are dilapidated and shuttered. The other 4 need to be shuttered. Businesses are closed and shuttered. There's no industry. They are bringing illegal aliens majority from Venezuela, and they are moving them out of their communities. Let me give you an example. The city of Chicago paid black residents that were living in these dilapidated shacks, if you will, $1,000 to move out. Well, why would the landlords in Chicago want them to move out? $1,000. Because each illegal alien has $9,000 attached to them for rent assistance. $9,000. So they're moving them out and moving them in. Now, Clayton, I talked to mega church black pastors, street pastors, violent gang members that have come out of prison that are trying to reform their community, been in prison for murder for 21 years.
Look at this damn devil trying to hide his little wicked ass smile. This man's a fucking devil. You gotta see what the play is, man. They are trying to orchestrate civil war, man. They're trying to sow discord amongst brethren because the northern and southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes and Latinos, Native Americans are brothers, man. Literally, by bloodline. They know this. You see? And they want to destroy us as a nation. They've taken crafty Man, let's get that really quick. Let's get that really quick before we continue on. But you see what they're trying to do. It's no coincidence he has the American flag in the background trying to stir up these damn crackers. And you know what I'm saying, you'll see later on in the video what they're going to get into, man. But they're going to try to stir up these damn Edomites here in America to go to war too. They're trying to create the fucking purge, man. And you know what? It's all biblical prophecy. So Esau, you're doing what you're supposed to do. But we see what you're doing. We understand, the wickedness behind it. But let's continue on. Let's get that Psalms 83 really quick. All right, here we have it. The book of Psalms, chapter 83, starting in verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, meaning a commotion. And that's what they're doing. All right? And they that hate thee have lifted up their head. And nobody hates Yahweh Bashim Shai more than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. But these other nations, they're involved with it as well. But the main focus is Esau, the devil. All right? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Who is that talking about? All right? The hidden ones. Thy people. That's talking about the Israelites. We are the Lord's people. Jacob. All right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. That's who we are. And they have taken crafty counsel, meaning they've behind closed doors have come up with different plans and schemes to destroy us, man, as a people. All right? They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. You see, they don't want us together. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, because Israel, or Yasharallah in the ancient Hebrew, all right, that, you know, that name means he is a prince of the power. That's who we are. We're the sons of the Most High. And he wants to keep us divided, man. He said, let us cut them off from being a nation. They never wanted us to come back and be a nation united, man, because we would take over. All right? We're not the minority, we're the majority. And so their strategy is to try to keep us divided into smaller sections so they can destroy us. But the Lord is building up the tabernacle of David, man, because Israel, before the split came, after King Solomon, you know, we were all together. We were all together, man, all 12 tribes. All right? And they're trying to sow discord amongst brethren. That's part of their crafty counsel. You see, they're trying to provoke jealousy between the northern and southern kingdom. They're saying, look, we got these, the government is giving these Venezuelans, all right, all this money to support them, but they're kicking you out of your own homes. That's not fair. What are you guys going to do? And then, look, it's going to go on to say more in that video, but this is part of that crafty counsel. And Lord willing, we'll get to the tabernacle of David as well. But let's go back to that video, because there's a lot that's said in there, man. And it's showing you that there's a clear narrative being pushed right now. Oh, Salakia, let me get these last two really quick. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They're all against us, man. All these nations, Esau and all the other heathen, they're against us, man. They literally are against us, man. And it goes on to say, verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom. That's the very first nation that is listed, man. The Edomites, the so-called white man, all right? The devil. They are the chief one that is against us, man. And all the other bitch-ass nations, they follow behind them, all right? They're going to get their punishment as well here, you know, very shortly. When, you know, when all hell breaks loose, the Lord's going to give his man power. But anyway, that's another lesson. The thing is that Edom is the very first one that's mentioned. So know this, man. We got the whole world against us, man. But this damn devil who you love so much, he fucking hates you. All right? He fucking hates you. And he's doing it in a slick ass way. He's trying to act like he's neutral and shit. And matter of fact, let's go to the video, man. There's more. There's more. All right, look at this smug look on this devil's face, man. He's trying to rouse up you ignorant jakes to go to war with your brethren. That's what he's trying to do.
Here's another one, murder for 26 years. And soup kitchen workers, everyone in between down on the south side of Chicago, black residents, black Americans. And they all say to me, to a man and woman, they say, we're going to war. And it took me back for a second, and I was like, okay, well, let's clarify what war is. And they said, whatever we have to do to maintain and protect our community. And a black pastor, the rooftop pastor, the AK rooftop pastor that Tucker Carlson interviewed for many, many months as he sat on top of a building during the winter months because of the prostitution crime that was across the street from his church, Pastor Brooks told me, we are within one black teenager being raped by these Venezuelan gangs, or black Venezuelan gangs killing a black gang member, or vice versa, and Chicago is going to explode. Everyone knows it, and isn't it coincidental, which I don't believe in coincidences, last month.
All right, now do you see what he's trying to do here? Do you see what he's trying to do? They're trying to sow discord, man. They got these fake ass pastors doing interviews with this cracker, all right? And he's saying that, if one so-called black person gets killed by Venezuela, it's going to erupt in a civil war, a race war. That's what they want. They're going to sit back and look, man, and they're going to demonize you. They're going to say, look, man, you know, all this chaos is going on in Chicago. Chicago has been a key area that they've been focusing on too, man, to try to cause chaos. I believe they put that shit in the Purge movie, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But I believe it was in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, they've been trying to get Chicago to blow up, man. They've been passing these crazy laws, all right, over there in Chicago, to where the no bail law, you see, There's a lot going on. They're trying to get this chaos started so they can bring in the order, man, so they can bring in the troops. They want you guys to go to war with each other, the Northern and Southern Kingdoms, so they can step in with their military and lock it down, man. It's called order out of chaos, and that's what they're doing. They're running the same fucking play they've always done. They've always done this. Order out of chaos. They start the problem, then they bring the solution, which is usually resulting in them having more authority over you, man. All right? And you better believe they're going to have some kind of fucking Asian provocateurs in Chicago trying to start a fucking race war between the so-called Latinos and the so-called Negroes. We're not black. We are from the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right? And you guys are not Latinos. You are the northern kingdom of the nation of Israel. But they don't want you to know that. They want to call you black and Latino. They want you guys to go to war with each other, just like in a prison system. All right? But you 2/3, you stupid Israelites who are not, on board with this truth, you don't understand that we're all one nation. So you're going to go to war with each other and kill each other, man. But it is what it is. All right? 2/3 got to die anyway. But those of us that are in the truth, all right, that the Lord has woken up, we understand that we're brothers and we're not to go to war with each other, man.
Or last week, DNC comes out and says, well, we're really kind of rethinking the Chicago DNC convention. We might do it remote. They know it as well as I do, that this is a powder keg ready to explode.
Yeah, can you hold the Democratic National Convention in Chicago? I mean, what do you have to show for it? I mean, as we talked about with Mark, with the activist, he says, you're seeing Democrats have destroyed this city, so you're going to bring the Democratic National Convention there? I mean, you're right. This is an absolute powder keg moment, and I think, we throw this term war around a lot, and I've thought a lot about this since you and I've been talking over the past few days. This idea, I've thought it was going to be a civil war. We've been thinking of the term civil war in the United States, Americans against Americans right now. But I think it's not. I think what you saw in Chicago, what you're seeing with your documentary Treason, what you're uncovering, is an invasion, and it's a repelling of an invasion. That will be the war. Americans coming together, and they hate that. I mean, absolutely, the powers that be would hate that Republicans and Democrats, MAGA Americans, and liberal Democrats would come together and say, enough is enough. We want to take our country back. And maybe I'm wrong, but is that where you see this war unfolding, or how this war would unfold? It won't be a civil war.
You see that right there? You see what he's trying to do? And I believe Clayton Morris is a controlled opposition. He's part of the narrative, in my, personal opinion. All right? Though they try to, make it seem like they're, going rogue and just spreading the truth. Nah, man, they got an agenda, man. Esau ain't gonna allow these motherfuckers to come online and be against them using their platform. Nah, man. I believe they're controlled opposition. And if you got eyes to see, then you can see it. But anyway, Clayton Morris just introduced the idea of white Americans, MAGA, coming together with the blacks to come against illegal immigrants that take their country back. Man, fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all. First of all, the Northern Kingdom, which is the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, they were here first. You're the intruders. You're the illegal immigrants. Okay? Everybody knows that, except these stupid ass 2/3 out there. And a lot of them, they're gonna try to side with Esau, and Esau hates your ass, man. Esau ain't on your side, man. Let's get a quick preset, man. And you so-called Negroes, you ignorant Negroes out there, this ain't your fucking country. What more proof do you gotta have, man? This country has never been for you. All right? These devils have never been on your side, and you're gonna go fight for what? For a goddamn city block, man? You're gonna go fight for a fucking neighborhood that you paying crazy rent on? Your best bet is turning to your power, Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. The truth is out here, man. All right? We ain't fighting to make it in this kingdom, man. This ain't even ours. This is Esau's shit, man. We got the kingdom of heaven that's to come at the downfall of this place. But hey, stupid Jake out there, they gonna try to fight for their little neighborhoods and shit. All right, and get blown the fuck away. Let's get a quick precept. Got to bring it out. The book of Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as Sirach in the Apocrypha. Hold on 1 second. All right, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. This devil hates you, and you think he's on your side? We got to come together, brother, my black brothers, and we got to come against those Hispanics. Come on, man, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Those so-called Hispanics are our brethren, and they're trying to sow discord, man. The Lord, we outlined that in the first verse that we brought out, man, in this lesson. The things that the Lord hates. Esau portrays all of those, especially sowing discord amongst brethren. All right, we see right through your shit, Esau. Next verse. Though he humble himself and go crouching, trying to act like he's all meek and on your side and shit. Fuck you, you goddamn devils. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. You think because they're not lynching you openly, like in a few years ago? All right, it wasn't that long ago they was hanging you jakes on trees openly, man, and lynching you. It wasn't that long ago where they had signs up on these restaurants saying no Negroes and no Mexicans, no Hispanics allowed. That was not that fucking long ago in the scope of history, man. That was like milliseconds ago. But now you stupid Negroes and Latinos trust this fucking devil? Fuck out of here, man. His wickedness is still there. He still has that hate towards you, man. But you don't see it coming. That's why he's the serpent. He lures you in and he strikes your ass, man.
It'll be a repelling of this invasion as a war.
I absolutely believe that, and my mindset is changing as I'm going to these communities, and I'm going to Boston and New York next. But I knew Chicago was the epicenter, and you're right. What scares the power structures more than anything, Clayton, is a big white man standing next to a big black man, both alpha males, one in law enforcement, one in the prison system, and realizing we have enormous amounts in common. We agree on the majority of everything, and the things that we don't.
Do you see this bullshit? Do you hear this utter bullshit come out of this cracker's mouth? This damn Edomite's mouth. All right, you can see the sinister look in his fucking dark ass eyes, man. Damn serpent, a damn devil. He said, can you imagine a big black man and a big white man, both alpha males, coming together in unity to fight against the Hispanics and take this country back? That's that bullshit he's trying to spew, man. It's sickening, man. It's sickening for those who can see it, man. But like I said, a lot of you idiots out there are going to take heed to this shit and believe in what this man is saying and try to side with him. Get your neck cut, man. Because that's what this dude, he's a liar, man. He's a murderer. He's Esau. He's Cain. Murder his brother. He's doing the same thing. All right?
Agree on, we can civilly talk and come to a good conclusion because we're Americans. But when you take us and we're looking at the same problem and we're saying the source of that problem is the government. The government is destroying you. Why would I not help my brother? I don't care what race he is or what religion. He's my American brother and sister. Why would I not help him? That's going to be the call to America, because as I say in my interviews, if you think it's going to be contained in this bubble in Chicago, you're a fool. It's already spread across America. There's 45 million illegal aliens in America right now. 45 million. And I spoke to a female precinct leader in the GOP. There's only 2 GOP offices, I think, in all of Illinois. One of them is in Southside. And she tells me, she goes, do you think this is coincidental, JJ? You think this is just happenstance that the black population is decreasing in Chicago? They're about 700,000-ish. Do you think it has no meaning that the mayor, Johnson, 2 weeks ago said out loud, we're bringing in 700,000 illegal aliens? It's a 1-for-1. They're replacing us. And I didn't even use the word replacement. They all did. I'm talking from the highest level intellect down to street level knowledge and everyone in between. We are being replaced. We are being replaced. And I'm like, wow.
You see what they're trying to do? They're trying to stir up you stupid Negroes, man. All right? But guess what? The elect of the nation of Israel is not going to fall for this shit, man. All right? They're trying to stir you up to get violent and to come against your brother, man. That's that sowing discord. They're trying to say, oh, they're replacing us. Look, man, this is not our country. This is not our rest any fucking way. We're in captivity. Who do you think put you in those positions to be in the hoods and the ghettos, man? Who do you think is making these laws to make it uneven? It's this damn devil, man. Doing the same Willie Lynch shit he did in slavery. Trying to pit one against another.
They are absolutely, they're on the front lines. And as these men told me, these gang members told me, if they think they're going to take it from me, they got another thing coming. We're armed to the teeth. We got 100-round drums. We got clips, magazines that have 30 rounds in them. We're not going without a fight. That's petrifying. I don't want that in America, but I'm telling you, Clayton, I was down. I saw how these illegal aliens live. They're staying in accommodations in the highest rent areas of Chicago, downtown. They are staying in buildings that are shadowed by the Department of Justice building. They're doing pimping, prostitution, drugs, fighting, and our brothers and sisters. I literally walked from a tent compound where American citizens, veterans are living in squalor. The stench of feces and urine was overwhelming. I leave that to go to illegals living in luxury. They've taken over a whole city block. Clayton, here's the final thing, one thing I want to impress upon. When you and I talked about me walking on the border in San Diego, in the area that I bled on to control that, and that feeling I had that I was in enemy territory, that they owned it. I was in Chicago when the vast majority, there were hundreds of military age adult men from Venezuela, majority from Venezuela. They looked at me like, what are you doing? This is our neighborhood. Get out. This is what's happening to America. You are being replaced. What do you do when you go into war? You take land. It's called occupying property. They're occupying America and they're pushing us out. 45 million going on 50 million strong.
You see what he's doing? Now he's trying to stir up you goddamn crackers, all right? He's trying to stir up the Edomite population and those patriots out there. He's saying, look, they're trying to replace you. Look at all these Venezuelans coming over here, taking over your land. They've declared war on you Americans, and you need to stand up for your rights and fight back. That's what they're doing, man. They're trying to stir this thing up, but hey, that's part of prophecy. Let's get a few more precepts. We're going to close it out. All right, 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. The modern day sword is the what? The gun, any kind of weapon, the killing instrument. All right, this is talking about anarchy, man. Race wars. You're gonna have the damn crackers out here fighting against everybody who ain't an Edomite. You're gonna have stupid 2/3 Negroes and Latinos fight against each other. You're gonna have the fucking heathens that are left here banding together to fight against y'all. It's gonna be all out chaos here, man. And then guess what's gonna happen? Esau's gonna step in with his military to try to restore the order. All right? That's what he does, man. He started the whole shit, but he's gonna come in like he's the savior. All right? It's gonna result in you having less rights. All right? It's all going towards the mark of the beast because they're going to have to try to identify everybody. They're going to say, we want everybody identified. If you want to come into one of our safe zones, you have to have, your identification in our system. We're going to have this RFID microchip inserted under your skin and in your hand, in order for you to, come into the safe zone. Come on, man. We see it. We see it. The Lord has opened our eyes up to see, man. But hey, man, time will tell, man, how it plays out exactly. But I can see that happening, speaking as a man. But it does say in the scriptures that there will be anarchy and war out here in these streets, man. And Esau is stirring it up, man. But guess who controls Esau? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Come on, man. It's going to be crazy out here, man. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning they're not going to regard the government. They're not going to regard the police. You see, they've been pulling the police back more and more, not responding to calls and things like that, man, because they're going to draw them back to get the purge popping off, man. Yeah, that's what's going on right now, man. So you see the play, you see what they're doing, but it's all biblical prophecy, man. And this is why you must pray that Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai keep that hedge of protection around you, man. When they out here killing each other, man. All right? Over a country that's not even theirs. Where you've been treated as a third-class citizen your entire existence here in America. And now all of a sudden you want to try to fight for the little bullshit that you got here, man? Your little apartments and shit? Fuck out of here, man. The 2/3, they gonna kill each other and fall into that trap. But the elect, we see the play. We gonna follow Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. All right? The tabernacle of David is being built through the elect. Let's get that real quick. All right, Amos 9 and 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David. That's that dynasty, man. That glorious dynasty of the Israelites, man. All 12 tribes together, ruling over the heathen, right? That was happening in the earth at one point, man. We were in rulership over these goddamn devils and over the rest of these heathens when David was ruling, all right? And up until Solomon. Now it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. You see, we fell apart. We're calling ourselves all these bywords. We think that we're not even related to each other, all right? The so-called Negroes and Latinos, Native Americans, we all fell under that deception of us being separate people. We're not. When you trace the history back, we all go back to Israel, man. And they knew this shit. They knew that. That's why they did what they did. And close up the breaches thereof, meaning the cracks. The Lord is closing the cracks of our nation right now through this word, man. Through Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai and the Holy Spirit. Through the elect. All right? That's why you see camps of brothers, especially GMS, with so-called Negroes and Latinos, Native Americans all together in unison, man. That's the tabernacle of David, that dynasty being restored, man. And they hate it. It says, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, when we were all kicking ass through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai in the earth. He's doing it again through the elect. The 2/3 that can't get it, they gonna die off, and the remaining remnant, Lord willing, we be at that number. We gonna kick ass once again, through Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. We're not gonna go get guns and do all that shit. Nah, it's gonna be through the spirit, man. Watch. Esau can't stop this. What the Lord has already put in motion, what he's already said to have happen. Esau cannot destroy the tabernacle of David that's being rebuilt, man. All right? So, yeah, man. I mean, right there, just a quick lesson. You can watch the whole interview yourself. I might post it in the description because it's very interesting, man. You see the narrative being painted for all hell to break loose, and that's when a man is going to become a hiding place for you women out there, man. That's a whole nother lesson right there. All right? Because you women are going to get caught up in the midst of this shit, man. All you talking about you don't need a man. When all hell breaks loose and people are killing each other out here in this civil war and these race wars, you're going to wish you had a man. So I'm going to end it right there, man. The Lord is moving. He's getting ready to bring a close into America, Babylon the Great, and civil war and race wars is a part of it, man. Get your fucking mind right, man, and turn back to Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai so that you can be protected in the times we're coming into, man. Dark times ahead of us, man. I mean, right there, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Al-Shai. Kwam Yasharala, and abide Babal. Shalom.